Hi, I'm Greg Kihlström, host of the Agile brand, and here's a question for you. What if the biggest screen in the home could be treated less like a billboard and more like a direct response channel? Agility requires moving beyond the set it and forget it mindset of traditional media. It means having the data and the tools to react to performance signals in real time, whether that's on a social feed or a living room screen. Today, we're going to talk about unlocking the full potential of connected TV or CTV. We're going to explore how marketers can move beyond treating CTV as a simple awareness play and start leveraging it as a true performance channel, driven by first party data and connected to a full funnel measurement strategy. Welcome to Season 8 of the Agile Brand Podcast. This season, we're going all in on expert mode, MarTech, AI, and customer experience, talking with the people and platforms behind the brands you know and love. Again, I'm your host, Greg Kihlström, and I help Fortune 1000 companies make sense of MarTech, AI, and marketing ops. Hit subscribe or follow to make sure you always get the latest episodes, and leave us a rating so others can find us as well. And make sure you check out our sponsor, TechSystems, an industry leader in full-stack technology services, talent services, and real-world adoption. For more information, go to techsystems.com. Now let's dive in. To help me discuss this topic, I'd like to welcome Alison Clark, GTM Strategy Lead at AdRoll. Alison, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, looking forward to talking about this with you. Before we dive in, though, why don't you give a little background on yourself and your role at AdRoll?
Yeah, as you mentioned, I'm the go-to-market strategy lead for CTV here at AdRoll. I've been here for about 4 months, and I'm really helping the team bring the product to market across not only CTV but our other emerging channels, and working with marketers to help drive the best performance to their brands and campaigns as possible. I've been in the industry for over 20 years, and so excited to be here at AdRoll and talking to you today.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, let's dive in then. And want to start, we're going to talk about a few things here, but want to start with what I teed up in the intro and really just this performance shift for CTV. And for a long time, those of us working in this field, CTV has been bucketed with brand advertising. And, what are some of the key technological or strategic shifts that are now allowing marketers to not only do some of the brand advertising, but also treat it as a true performance channel?
Yeah, and this didn't happen overnight. A lot has changed, right? If we think about measurement and targeting and optimization, all of those things have evolved. So, from a measurement standpoint, we can now see what a consumer did after they saw a CTV ad. Did they do a branded search? Did they go to the website? Did they convert? So, we can track business outcomes from when they saw the ad to the action that they took from there. On top of that, right, we can use audience targeting and be very specific. On the ABM side of our business, we can get all the way down to account and contact level targeting. So now you're making it really more efficient because you're only talking to the customers that you really want to talk about. On the B2C side, right, we can get purchase history, have they visited your website before, all sorts of demographics. So you're now building these audiences that are going to drive better conversions because you're targeting people that are already in market or have interest or are showing signals that they'll be interested in your product. And then from there, optimizations. We can make optimizations in real time, just if something's working, not working, and do that really quickly. So we can make sure that the dollars are being used as efficient and effective, which is driving that performance because we can see what is and isn't working.
Yeah, yeah. And so for those marketing leaders that are looking at their channel mix here, as I often say on the show, they don't they never take anything away, they just keep adding more, right? So now we're talking about performance driven CTV, where again, more traditionally thought of as brand advertising, but is it a replacement for other performance channels? Does it serve as a unique purpose? Like where does it fit in the mix?
It's never a replacement. It's more of how does CTV make the rest of my dollars and rest of my media work even harder? Like, how is it telling that story, getting my brand out there, having that conversation? And then how is it affecting the rest of my media? And how is it improving conversions, improving sales? And how are all these things working together? So it shouldn't be a replacement, but more looking at it. Did it increase search? Did it increase click through rate? Here at AdRoll, we see that all the time. You add CTV into the plan, and the rest of your media performs performs better and more efficient. And that's what clients are looking for. It's expensive, but it's helping lift the rest of your media and make them work harder. And it's reaching a new audience in a way, in a time that you can now tell the story of your brand and really tell them, this is my brand, this is what we stand for, and give them that storytelling that they otherwise can't get across different channels.
Yeah. And so, talking about the data part of this and activation, certainly there's been a lot of talk about third party cookies, and I know we didn't quite have the cookie apocalypse that was forecast, but still there's a lot of focus, and rightfully so, on first party data, and
Yeah.
and I think a good outcome of all of that, even if it didn't necessarily come to fruition in the way that many were predicting, it forced a lot of companies and brands to think about first party data in better and more holistic ways, which I think ends up benefiting all of us. Can you walk through, what are some of the practical steps that brands can really use this first party data with CTV?
Well, brands are sitting on a wealth of data, right? They have who their loyalists are, who visited their websites, who abandoned carts. That is a wealth of data and insights that they have that they can activate against. And so they just need to make sure that it's usable, right?
Yeah.
Is it organized and is it usable? And then you use that across all of your different channels. You build out audience segments because you want to talk to your loyalists different than you want to talk to a new customer, different than someone who's abandoned their cart. So you use that data to inform your marketing and you use it across all of your media channels. Yes, you can use that to target them on CTV, help drive them, convert them, and then you can use that for retargeting as well. It's all really important and it all plays into it. But the first step is making sure that it's organized and usable so that you can build out those segments so you can then use them to efficiently target your media and drive those sales and conversions that are oh so important.
Yeah. Well, and when we're talking about adding CTV to the performance marketing mix, when we think digital, one of the key benefits of that is to be able to optimize things in, whether it's real time or near real time.
Yep.
CTV has traditionally been a bit less flexible than that, and so maybe not thought of in the same category as some of the other digital options. How should brand marketers and marketers be thinking about this now, and what are the signals that they should be looking for to be able to adapt some of these things mid-flight?
Well, the good news is we no longer have to wait to optimize, right? Like we
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
have to wait to get the data, and now we're seeing it in real time, and you can make those decisions. If you see that your website visits and conversions are down, maybe that's a signal that you need a creative refresh, right? That you need to tell a new message, or you're having creative fatigue. If you're seeing that you're not getting, new traffic to your site, maybe that you need to expand your audience. So now the ability to see results and see what's happening in real time, you can make those changes. You don't want to be constantly optimizing. You don't want to be in there all the
Mhm.
time and every little thing be like, oh, I need to change this, I need to change that.
Right.
You do need it to play out over time and see like what are the trends, what's happening, what creative is working, what creative isn't working. And that does take time. Um, but you can then make these optimizations quicker than you could in the past to make sure that hey, this creative isn't working. Maybe I need to change my call to action. Maybe I need to make a tweak with that. But this one's performing really well, or these audiences are doing well. And so now you can shift budgets and allocate them different based on what real time feedback from customers or who are seeing the ad and what they're doing, which just overall helps business outcomes, which is what everyone's trying to drive.
You mentioned earlier that brands investing in CTV are seeing overall lift and through their efforts. Certainly, we could probably talk about attribution not only for an entire show but an
Yes.
entire podcast. But to touch on it briefly here, certainly in my experience, attribution's always a complex conversation. There's lots of factors here that are even can be specific to a brand, but with a channel that doesn't have a direct click, attribution certainly offers some challenges. So, how do you advise brands to measure impact of their CTV spend and do what you described earlier, which is tie it to overall lift of some of their efforts?
Yeah, it's really CTV influences what happens next. So you have to have that ability and that insight. We at AdRoll's use Innovid as our partner as a third party measurement to validate everything that's happening. So we're seeing how long is it taking for someone to respond, what creative is working. And so you start to build a picture. We also have cross channel attribution of where does CTV fit into the overall mix and how is it impacting the other channels. So that's really important too of like, CTV, where is it fitting into your mix and how is it helping progress accounts or clients or customers along the way, depending ABM or B2C side, right? And
Yeah.
and you can see that. So then you start to realize this is how CTV is influencing the rest of what I'm doing, and here is what it's driving, and here's its impact on the business. So it is, still there is no last click, right?
Right.
So you
Right.
do have to figure out how you're going to measurement and what are your KPIs against it to make sure that, you are seeing what happens after and then you can, adjust your campaigns from there for the other parts of your media mix that you're purchasing as well.
Yeah, and I think the other part to that is just from the customer's perspective, so measuring and understanding lift and influence and things like that across channels from an internal perspective, obviously critical and helps you understand where to put the dollars and focus. But from that customer experience, also it's critical. We have the opportunity to tie things better together and have a cohesive experience more than ever. How should marketers be thinking about that? How should they be thinking about syncing CTV creative with their other touch points so that they ideally even get even better lift?
Yeah, it's important to have a unified message. You don't want mixed messages out there. You want a consumer to know what your brand stands for, what your brand is offering, what what they can expect from your brand, right? That is really
Mhm.
important. And so with a unified messaging, you can really say like you have a you become more recognizable and easier that this is the brand, this is what they stand for, this is what they're selling. And what you find is that with unified messaging, it works better, it resonates. Yes, each you have to build your creative for each format that you're running in. Your CTV creative, it needs to be that sight, sound, motion storytelling, whereas your out of home billboard needs to be that bold, grab attention as someone is out in the wild.
Right.
Your display, you're trying to get someone to click and convert. So, right, each channel needs to have its own, um, needs to be treated differently, but with the same cohesive brand messaging so a customer recognizes the brand consistently, and your message is unified. And you can prove this out by doing A/B testing. Run a unified campaign in a couple markets, see how it performs versus in a market that you're not, and you'll be able to see the lift. Did it drive incrementality? Did it drive an increase in site traffic? Did it drive conversions? And then you can really measure the impact of that unified message.
Yeah, yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about what we should be looking forward to and planning for as well. How do you see CTV advertising platforms integrating more deeply into some of the broader MarTech and CRM ecosystems? And what does a truly unified activation and measurement system kind of what we've been touching on, but truly unified? What does that look like?
You're gonna be able to see everything in one spot, how all of your media is being measured together, the full customer journey, and how everything is working together. You then be able to activate your first party audiences from your CRM, your CDP, right? And have that in one spot. You're gonna have measurement in one spot, and you're gonna truly be able to see how these campaigns are working. You're gonna have AI agents doing a lot of things in the background in real time with optimizations and making that quicker and faster than ever. And so you're just gonna have one whole view of your media campaign and really be able to see performance and measurement in one unified view, which is
Yeah.
exciting, right? Like that's what we all want is to be able to say like this is driving this and this is driving this business outcome and here's how we're measuring and here's how it's all working together and this is what we're doing and show that the media is working and really helping drive those business outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, that's what we've been wanting for years, right? At least many of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting to be able to do that. And then, from that unified view, you can, be more strategic and make better decisions, right? What can leaders do when they have that view, I guess?
They're gonna be being able to say like, oh, this is working, this isn't working. When I have these channels together, it's driving X, right? It's driving this return
Yeah.
on investment versus when I only have this one channel, right? We no longer want to think of CTV as a silo. We want everything should be working cross-channel, multi-channel, right? You want your media to work together and flow together. So you're going to see how each piece of the puzzle or each piece of your media plan, I should say, is working together to drive it. And you'll be able to say, like, this is working, this isn't working. I should optimize here. I should take budget from here and put it here. Or, we have a sale coming up or a spike, a seasonal spike for us coming up. Okay, how am I then adjust those dollars to make sure that I'm making the most of this spike based on what is performing, what isn't performing to go find those customers. What audiences are working, right? Does this
Yeah.
audience work? How am I doing at retaining clients? How am I doing at driving incremental clients? Right? Businesses are always want the next customer as well. Their loyalty is so important, but the next customer is just as important too. So you're going to be able to see, are you driving incrementality? Are you driving new reach? Are you driving new customers? And what is the value that those new customers are driving also for the business?
Yeah, love it. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Allison, it's been great talking with you. Thanks so much for sharing everything today. I've got two last questions as we wrap up here. First one, if we were having this interview 1 year from today, what is one thing that we would definitely be talking about?
AI and how it has changed everything and continues to change and evolve. And I think it's great. I think it's going to give marketers a lot more time to do strategy. It's going to take a lot of the manual work, a lot of the clicking and dragging and uploading, and AI is going to do that for us. So it's going to be incredible in the results, and it's going to be quicker. And like I said, you're going to be able to make smarter business decisions quicker. So I think we'll continue to talk about how AI is transforming media and media buying.
Yeah, love it. And last question for you. What do you do to stay agile in your role, and how do you find a way to do it consistently?
I ask a lot of questions, stay very curious. I like to stay close to customers, ask them what are they thinking about? What is their pain points? What keeps them up at night? And just be curious, right? The more that we talk and what are they building? What are they working towards? Love finding that out from those clients and just, always learning, always trying to stay ahead, read as much as possible, and just make sure that I am having valuable conversations.
Yeah, love it. Well, again, I'd like to thank Alison Clark, GTM strategy lead at AdRoll, for joining the show. You can learn more about Allison and AdRoll by following the links in the show notes. This episode is brought to you by Tech Systems. They're leaders in full stack tech services, talent solutions, and helping companies put it all in action. You can learn more at techsystems.com. That's TEK systems.com. And thanks again for listening to the Agile Brand Podcast. If you liked the episode, hit subscribe and drop a rating so others can find the show too. And if you're interested in consulting, advisory work, or if you need a speaker for your next event, feel free to reach out. Just visit gregkihlstrom.com. That's GREGKIHLSTROM.com. The Agile Brand is produced by Missing Link, a Latina-owned, strategy-driven, creatively fueled production co-op. From ideation to creation, they craft human connections through intelligent, engaging, and informative content. Until next time, stay curious and stay agile.
The Agile Brand.